getting ready for the catch and release opener in late April, so I wanted to get your thoughts on your top 5 picks, top whatever picks for early season bass fishing in Michigan, and how you would go. What tactics would you use? What would your suggestions be for?
Well, you know, the great thing is that we have such a diversity of lakes. But the one thing that's pretty common statewide is that our lakes and rivers a lot of them are fairly clear that time of the year. And you know, the bass are getting ready to think about spawning, or actually spawning, and so most of them are going to be in the shallows. One of my favorite techniques in one of my favorite techniques in the early season of the year is jerk baits. I mean, it's a great tool to cover a lot of water. You can fish them up on the flats real well, and it's a great way to find areas that have fish. You know, once you find an area that has, you know, some bass in it, then you can slow down and use some of your finesse techniques and things like that. You know, soft plastic jerk baits are another one of my favorites if the lake has a lot of weeds and vegetation. You know, if it's cleaner, the grass is more sparse, you know, a treble hook jerk bait like a KVD Strike King jerk, fantastic tool. If it's got a lot more weeds, soft plastic jerk bait, rigged Texas style. You know, I use a Strike King caffeine shad. Throw, you know, natural colors, you know, watermelon red, things like that. You can dead stick that around in the shallows, just deadly for early season largemouth and smallmouth.
So if you had the opportunity, where would you go first? Opening day, if you were assuming you had that day off.
One of my favorite places is Lake St. Clair, and the thing I love about Lake St. Clair is the diversity of the fishery there. If you like the largemouth fish, the canals are just loaded with a ton of 2 to 3 pound largemouth. But I go there for the smallmouth. And you know, that time of the year, they're moving up, getting ready to spawn in April. Especially this year with the really cold winter and all the ice and snow that we've had. You know, springtime is probably going to be really dramatic this year. I mean, the water temperature is going to be cold. Fish will still be in pre-spawn. And that jerkbait technique is just dynamite early.
Works out there well.
That's one of the best things to do early out there.
What about other waters, inland lakes?
Yeah, you know, I fish a lot on the west side of the state, and one of my favorites is Muskegon Lake. Muskegon Lake has a very diverse habitat to it. It has a great population of largemouth and smallmouth, and the main thing I like to do there is I love to fish for the largemouth. It's got a lot of shallow weed flats, and the thing to think about in the spring of the year, especially late April like that, early May, is you want to go where the water's going to warm up first. So that means the northerly banks. And Muskegon Lake sets up so that the whole north side of the lake is a shallow weed flat from where the river dumps in all the way to where it goes out into Lake Michigan. So that whole north flat warms up first, and a lot of those largemouth move up in there to spawn on that flat. So again, soft plastic jerk baits, hard jerk baits, you know, on the edges of it, very good way to catch a lot of fish. Tremendous population of quality largemouth in Muskegon Lake.